started plans being announced. We said, let's see what happened within this year. How successful has it been? What have we learned from this? How well is it working? And where will it be going? And I'm very pleased to announce Jonathan Newman from Caravelo.
Amazing dream. Sandman, let me finish my dream. I'm seeing visions of me swimming with mermaids in the middle of...
Where's the clicker? Okay. So, hello everyone, my name's Jonathan and I'm part of the team at Caravelo. So who exactly are Caravelo? Well, we're really just a team of IT and aviation geeks. We're based in the beautiful city of Barcelona. And what we do, our reason why, is to provide software solutions to the airline and travel industry in order to improve it through technology. We've been incorporated for about 5 years, and we work with airlines all the way around the world, from Australia through to South and Central America and pretty much everywhere in between. So this time last year, we stood here on the eve of launching our first chatbot into the airline industry. And we gave away the secret sauce. We gave away the blueprints of actually how it's done, from the architecture through to the commercial rationale. But we were right at the beginning of our own journey, and the industry was as well. So what we thought for today was we should give a, it's very off-putting with Ursula with her sunglasses on, because I know she's watching me, was that we'd give you an update as to where chatbot technology is 1 year on from here. So exactly almost 1 year on, bots are still very much in the news, as Ursula says. Not just the concept, but now the reality is what's being talked about at conferences like this all the way around the world. Last year, there were maybe 10 or so airline chatbots at various stages of development and capability. There are more than double that now. So what else has happened in that time? Well, the AI, the machine learning in the background that makes chatbots possible, has become commodified. There are easy, out-of-the-box solutions that are easy to install, easy to put together, but that really is the easy bit. I was talking to Kay from Deutsche Bahn yesterday, and he was telling me about the fantastic chatbot that they could do on SMS text messaging for one of their recent promotions. And that's exactly what things like Watson, exactly what Wit AI, Dialogflow, etc., that's what they're there for. We've even had applicants to our team create their own chatbots in order as their applications to come and join our business. But that really is the easy part. In the last 12 months, we've very proudly brought to life 5 airline chatbots, including the very first truly transactional chatbots, the first bilingual chatbots, and this week, actually, the industry's first trilingual chatbot with Ukraine International Airlines. And in the coming 3 months, we'll launch a further 5 chatbots into the industry, with further different languages and greater utility for them and for their customers. And whilst we've been doing that, the industry as a whole has been moving ahead. And they've seen that the use of chatbots has a real application, and it's become settled. This has now become an established piece of technology for distribution within the industry. In the last 18 months, bots have gone from, wow, isn't that a really cool and exciting idea? And then it's followed the hype downwards into the trough of disillusionment, and now it's starting to come back up. And this is really where we are now, with airlines and providers beginning to understand really what the use cases are and how they can use this technology really efficiently. In the last 18 months, since we first connected airline inventory with open messenger platforms, we've been training and iterating our chatbots. We've gotten a much clearer picture of what the airline industry can use chatbot technology for. For travelers in particular, what it means is having a representative of the airline in your pocket 24/7. It's a true travel concierge. For airlines, it's a step towards omni-channel. It's a perfect customer service agent. It's an agent who knows everything at all times, never has a bad day, and never takes a lunch break. But enough from me on why. One of our most recent partners, SunExpress, are embarking on chatbot technology within 2018. So I'd like to ask somebody to pass a microphone to Peter Glada, who's kind of diagonally right at the back there, to tell us why SunExpress are investing in chatbot technology in 2018.
Thank you, Jonathan. Quite surprising. It's going to be a SunExpress day anyway, we heard from Ursula. I think there's 3 main points why we actually do this. Number 1 is you're always telling me, and I've been hearing it the last day 1,000,000 times, on how much flexibility technology would bring to our customers, and we need to move processes online to make them flexible. If you ever tried to book a ticket online and you were sitting in your living room and your credit card was actually in your office? If I go into a travel agency, I talk to a travel agent, that travel agent is going to sell me my ticket in the sequence that I think, highlighting the things that I find important. And if I need some time to actually walk over and get my credit card, well, we can fix the extra baggage that I want to buy in beforehand. If I do anything online, and in the majority of the existing apps, I'm forced into a certain process. And airlines need to invest a lot of money into making these processes culturally sensitive and optimize them to the needs of the specific traveler. Through chatbot technology, I don't need that, because it's far more flexible and everybody can book the way that they think and they feel and they want to do it. So that's, for me, the number 1 thing. It's really, truly bringing flexibility, bringing the way that our customers think online. We haven't had that in the past. The second thing is, I got a problem. I'm wonderfully selling in travel agencies and online travel agencies on my website. Unfortunately, my customers are not there. That's not where they are. They live in Hotmail Messenger, in WhatsApp, and a lot of other applications, and I can't sell there. It's very difficult to sell there, and chatbot technology is actually helping me, offering my products where the people actually want to buy them. And obviously, there's always the third point of automation and freeing up my call center staff to focus on the more high-value tasks, la, 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 la. That's not really the third point. I think the third point is because it's really cool to work with you, Jonathan, and the Caravelo team.
Hey. OK, thanks, Peter. Yeah, well, it is. I guess it's cool. But thanks very much. I mean, that was each different airline that we've worked with has got very different use cases as to why it means something for them. But overall, the challenge of being able to retail where customers actually are and be able to get an automated team member to assist their human capital are the 2 driving factors behind it. So we thought that considering so much has happened in this area in the last 12 months, that we'd talk to you today about what we've learned from having launched these 5 completely transactional, multilingual, multi-purpose chatbots. So that should you have, as part of your digital strategy, the desire to bring bot technology into your business, whether you're doing it on your own or with a partner, you can do so with a little bit more of the knowledge that's been gained from others' experience. The biggest lessons we've learned from these bot launches and from having this technology in place is encapsulated in these 7 points here behind me. Firstly, manage expectations. What happens when you don't deliver on your claims is that you disappoint your user. Now, this is the same across all walks of life, but it's especially so in digital communication. What we've seen is that users who were not served properly the first experience won't try bots again. Bots can't do everything on day 1. Despite some very loud claims from airlines and their creators, the reality is that a lot of the cool stuff was actually being done by human interaction in the back end, actually passing off to social media management in the background. And a lot of the time that the utility that was being done in bots was just done by links into the web pages. So what we've seen is a lot of airlines actually scaling back their claims and their ambitions into specific use cases to be able to say, we are not everything to everyone, but we have clear use cases. We have a clear set out of what's possible for us to do in this messenger platform for you as a user. And the way that we do this is by communication. So we make sure that we are communicating the right level of capability to the customer. So we set the scope and you set the use cases out to the customer. Educate them on how to use bots within the different messenger platforms. And lastly, train. Train, and train again. Machine learning in the background will only go so far. You have to provide that machine learning agent, that language agent in the background, with enough training in order to make it viable into the future. Make it easy. Make it really easy for your customers to pay, and they will book using chatbots. They will book in messenger platforms. Why shouldn't the purchase of your flight segments, of your inventory, or your further ancillaries be as simple and as easy as it is with Uber, as it is with Amazon Prime? We're big believers that consumers should trust airlines in the same way that they trust Uber or anybody else. Customers put their lives in the hands of skilled airmen and women and engineers every single day. So why shouldn't they trust them with their financial details too? And when they do, it works. But you have to make it easy. That's through tokenization. That's through actually integrating with the PSP of the airline itself. You can also link it to the airline website to pay. But our experience has shown that the easier we make it for them, one, to make the booking to stay within the same platform, then that's what they'll do, and they'll complete that payment. You have to be helpful. You have to actually do stuff. It's not just a conversational interface to be able to have a quick backwards and forwards with an electronic representative of an airline. Delivering basic functions that a customer wants as an absolute basic in the same channel that the customer uses on a frequent basis is really the bottom line. And being able to do so on a reactive as well as on a proactive as well as reactive basis is critical as well. This is about providing meaningful and useful notifications and not just spammy marketing messages. If you don't connect your bot, if you don't actually tell your customers about it, then really it doesn't exist. It's not being helpful if it's not public. There are lots of ways to do this, and there are lots of ways to get different values from your bot. One of the easiest ways is to link your bot to your CRM or your frequent flyer program. Once you've done that link from your CRM, from your frequent flyer program, direct into the bot, then you can start to have meaningful and personal conversations with the understanding that you already know about that customer. And of course, once the customer agrees to use this channel to be able to provide you as the airline with further information, to use this information, you get to build up a much better picture of what this customer, of who this customer is. Contextual links. So when you have a fancy brand or tactical marketing campaign, whether it's in Facebook or in any other social media platform, or whether it's just online, what you're getting when someone looks at that is a click. And they're going and looking, and perhaps you might link them straight into your booking engine, but you're not starting a conversation. With messenger bots, what you can do is actually start that conversation from that click. So if you say, flights from Hamburg to Barcelona from 99 euros, click here, it takes you straight into Facebook Messenger or into any other platform that you want to be able to use, and then you can have a conversation with that customer about it, backwards and forwards. Open your mind. Passengers aren't the only users of chatbot technology. Our first launch partner, Volaris, saw very, very quickly that their staff were using it. Customer-facing staff at the airport were actually using it to provide information to their customers face-to-face because they knew that Vane, their chatbot, was actually the best source of truth that they had. It was the quickest way that they could find out live information about their own company. Call center agents have been using it at Volaris simply because it's a much quicker way to get a quote for a booking than using the New Skies GUI that their team were using. So it's much quicker. your bot is part of your team. It's not there to replace humans. It's there to empower humans. Some of the biggest questions that our bots get asked are typically, what's my baggage allowance and how do I check in online? Now, out of the hundreds of thousands of interactions that we have across all of our bots, those two are the ones that come up time and time again. Now, imagine being a customer service agent and having to answer those questions 20, 30 times, 40 times a day, and to continue doing it with a smile. That's really, really hard. So what we do instead is the bot turns into the best team player to pass off all of this easy stuff to the bot and to allow the human capital to continue working on the complicated stuff, the hard stuff, whether it's organizing details for unaccompanied minors or doing refunds to multiple credit cards, to do all the things that bot technology might be able to do, but not until way into the future. Our expectations and the expectations of our customers about the future were unexpected back in the past. The future for chatbot technology is really quite fun, is really quite exciting. What we're beginning to do now with one of our partners in particular is to think about the other use case for chatbot technology, and that's internal. We never thought that we'd be talking about internal customers as potential users of chatbot technology, but really it is. Think about the gross levels of inefficiencies that exist within airlines today, whether that's around HR management, whether that's around crew planning, whether that's even around staff travel. So much of this can be automated when you have a good and useful digital assistant, and that's what we're bringing to life with one of our airline partners. Further business use cases for customers. The airlines that we speak to, they love their direct SME customers. This is a very important way to control corporate travel, is to have them direct. Now, giving them a channel to interact with you around your negotiated prices is fantastic, but it's only scalable when you start to do it through bots. One of the other things that's been talked about a lot today and also at conferences all around the world is personalization. And it's a fantastic ambition. It's a wonderful aim. And it's been great hearing today about some of the advances that people are taking. Me as a frequent traveler, I want a greater level of personalization. But if these personalization engines only enable an airline to deliver an EDM, maybe 2 or 3 days before travel, which is exactly the same experience as I get now, then what's the difference? This personalization of offers to the customer really only takes hold, really only matters when you have a channel that you can communicate and engage through. And that's what chatbots, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Line in Korea and Japan and Thailand, or whether it's in WeChat in China, or Telegram here in Germany, that's what will make the difference between a personalized offer and a meaningful engagement with the customer. So to wrap up, because I think we're coming to the end of the session for now, chatbot technology remains the most immediate and personalized way outside of an unscalable telephone call for airlines to build conversations with airlines. How you utilize the channel, though, makes a difference, and how you determine what chatbot technology will mean for your business is entirely down to you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. I loved the internal use cases as well. It means they really help the digital transformation process too. Yeah. Are there also, in addition to the customer experience cases, do you have experience that chatbots help to sell, to increase revenue?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like I said towards the beginning, if you make it easy for customers to be able to pay. I don't think anybody is prepared right now to enter their credit card details digit by digit into Facebook Messenger or into WhatsApp, no matter how secure the channel might be. So what we've devised is a micro eBay where customers can safely and securely input their detail, their the credit card details or advanced passenger information in a very secure way without actually leaving the platform.
Mm-hmm. Are there any questions for John? I suggest we discuss during the break. We've got a break now until 11:35, and then we continue the rest of our journey. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Thank you.